Well, we finally have snow in South Carolina, so I finally get to use my hot tent. I have used it for the last few years, but this is the first time I'm actually going to use it with snow. We take it up to the mountains when it's cold. I'm just in my backyard because that's kind of where I was able to use it this time. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get some wood that I just have in my wood pile, and we're going to put it in the tent, and then we're going to get the fire going and see if we can warm it up a little bit. It's not too cold right now. It is, well, it says 64 because this is in my pocket, so that doesn't really count. So I'll put it in there, we'll figure out what the actual temperature is, and then we'll get a little fire going, and we're gonna start packing up this tent with all of our sleeping stuff and with some of our camping stuff that we use, because we are going to take the boys and we're gonna go camping out here this evening, which is gonna be a lot of fun. They're really excited. It's one of their favorite things to do is camp in the hot tent, but this is the first time that they get to use it with snow. I set this up yesterday before the snow was coming. We're still supposed to get a couple inches of snow. It just started, so it's not a lot. As someone who is from an area that used to snow a lot, I still get excited for snow because we don't see as much anymore. But in here we have our Winnerwell medium stove, so let's just get some wood for it. So we've got to walk about 10 feet, so this is not actually very far, but I've got my wood carrier that I really like. We use this camping, and I've got a bunch of wood here. This wood has been drying for a few years, and I try to cut it so it's not terribly long so that it'll fit into my wood stove that I have in the tent. So we're gonna go fill up the tent, and we're gonna get a little fire started so this is really a handy wood carrier that we like to use. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna put our pile of wood right over here by the stove. It's got some snow on it right now, but that's not a big deal. Hopefully I grab pieces that'll fit. So I'm gonna have to make them a little bit smaller, or make sure I grab a little bit smaller pieces. Those are a little bit big. But let's go get some more. So we've got some more wood right here. So some of these are pieces that I have cut, and some of these are pieces that were given to me. So some of them are bigger than others. We'll put that one in there. I might just go quickly grab my chainsaw and cut some of these in half so that they will fit. So let's do that real quick. So some of these logs I have are actually too big for my fire in here, but that's not a big deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half with this little DeWalt chainsaw that I have really found useful. It just runs by a battery and it's not too loud. But I'm going to just come over here real quick and we'll just cut some of these bigger ones in half, and then we'll throw them in the fire throughout the night. And now that I cut up some of the longer pieces of wood that I had, I'm going to pick some of them into smaller kindling pieces. I ended up cutting the first ones in half, and then I realized I guess I kind of want it to fit the whole stove, so on the ends I probably only took off a third. But this is a cool little kindling cracker that I have engineered in New Zealand, it says, and I really like this, but it's pretty simple. You just put your pieces in and it holds it, and you can crack your wood, get some small kindling. Really, when we're camping, the kids like to do this. It's pretty easy. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit of a hit, but it's not too bad. It's probably really loud. But as you see, this wood is drying probably since last summer, so it cracks pretty easily. but I'll knock these out. And then what we're gonna do, start putting the fire together. All right, let's start this fire real quick and let's see if I can get some warmer air in here while we are preparing for this evening. All right, let's get this fire started. I've got my Fatwood, I've got some pieces of wood. I'm just laying on the bottom, pushing it all the way to the back. And we'll put another piece on top. This wood should start burning pretty quickly. Put another one up on top like that. And this will get our fire going. The kids are inside doing their snow day e-learning for school because snow days aren't really a thing anymore. And I'm out here playing with fire in my tent and I'm having a blast. So I'm getting all this stuff ready and then tonight they're gonna come out camping with us. But once we get this fire going, I'm gonna start putting their sleeping stuff in here. So as you can see, there's a little bit of fire back here that's getting this going. So while that's getting started, I'll talk about this hot tent. This is a OneTigris Rock Fortress hot tent. I think it was supposed to hold like 6 people, but as you can see, it's really, really big. We have 4 people in our family, my wife and 2 kids, and we've all slept in here. We've had 3 or 4 trips, haven't had any problems. We only use half of it, and on that side we put all of our wood and we put our hammocks and everything over here. We've got the snow coming down outside. We have a triple pipe that goes through the top, and then it has 3 or 4 pipes outside where the smoke comes out the top, and so it's taller than the top of the tent so that if there's any embers, they're very far away from the tent. And this is a Winnerwell medium stove, like I said. It all folds together. I've used this for 3 years. It has the glass. We like having the glass because it lets a little bit of light through. It has a damper right here, but the light from the glass will just give a nice little glow all night long. So we are currently 32 degrees outside and 38 degrees inside. Let me get this fire going and then we'll come right back. All right, we've got this fire going a little bit in here. I've got some of the fat wood burning. I've got some of the wood that I just split into kindling that is in there. It's starting to burn up. Once this starts going really big, we will come back and I'll start setting up the tent and everything that we need. But this is the first trip of the year, so it's kind of nice just doing it in my backyard, get everything familiar again, and showing what I'm doing to get this tent nice and warm and get ready to take the kids camping. All right, we've got this fire going in here. See, it has a nice little glow. We've got a little bit more snow outside. I've got the front closed and I have this all the way open to get full air in right now, to suck the air in and get it out the top. Let's go outside and see what the smoke looks like coming out of the smokestack because that's always really cool. And here we are outside. We're starting to get a little bit of snow. Come to the top, we've got smoke coming out the top. As you can see, the top of my tent is right here, and I've added 3 more pipes to get the top all the way above here. I had to buy 2 more pipes or else it wasn't going to be enough to be tall enough to be higher than the tent. So when I bought the stove for this tent, which it works really well with it, you might have to buy 2 extra pipes so that you can get the top spark arrestor higher than the teepee on the tent. So now, as that's burning, let's go get a bunch of our stuff and start putting it into the tent. First thing that we're gonna put in this tent is a bottom carpet piece because there has no floor. Now we're gonna get some cots. All right, I have 3 cots right here. 2 of them are for the kids, 1 of them is for an adult. I will show you them when we get in here to set it all up, but right now I'm just putting it in the tent so we can close it up and let it start warming up. I feel that it's a little bit warmer inside already. We've got some smoke up there. Now let's go get some sleeping bags. I'll be honest, it's nice when you're just going from inside to your tent, which is not very far away. So now let's come in here and let's set all this up. All right, we've got everything inside. Let's close up this tent and we'll start letting it warm up. It is currently 28 degrees outside and 33 degrees inside. And let's see what we can warm it up to in here. So we're just gonna close this. Get the snow coming down. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put up this mat. You can see the snow falling on the floor. This is not necessarily needed, but I like having it. That's why I had no problem using the chainsaw inside the tent, because there's no floor to the tent. And when you have no floor on the tent, you don't really have to worry about the bottom getting dirty. But we're gonna put one down here just so you can see what it is. It's like the carpet, you know, the trunk of a car, but the bottom of it is waterproof. So let's say you have some water that comes around the tent and gets underneath. This will help protect it. I'm just going to do it like this on this half of it, because this side's gonna all be a mess with the hot tent, with the stove burning. You can feel the heat starting to come off. It's a lot of fun. Like, this was something that we always wanted to try. We watched a bunch of videos on it, and then we kind of bit the bullet and we're like, all right, let's do it. So we've been enjoying it, and we've been having lots of fun with it. We just haven't got to use it in the snow until today. All right, let's start with the mat for the older kid. These are mats that I got on Amazon. We'll put him over here on the side, and then here's the other mat. We don't normally use cots when we go camping, but the benefit of having a cot when you're hot tenting is you're off the ground, and the higher you are off the ground, the more you're gonna feel the heat, because the further up you get, the hotter the tent is gonna be. So we can put him right here, then his head is over there. That's my sleeping bag. And then the other little one will go right here. He likes to be near it too, but because this is shorter, we have room for him right there. This next one is the Helinox. This is what my wife and I have. These are lightweight outdoor ones. These are really light. These don't pack up small at all, but they're for the kids. And hasn't been a big deal. Takes up a little bit more room in the car, so we save space with these, but these take a little bit of work to put together. It can be a little tough, but they just snap together like this. 3 pieces. And once you get a hang of it, it's not bad to put together, but it takes a little bit of work. You can hear all the snow coming down. I'm really excited to see if it makes a closed, or if it closes around the edge of the tent. There's air that's still going to get in here, so I'm not worried about running out of oxygen with the fire in here. To be safe though, we do throw a detector in here just because we can. So we're getting all this put together. You can hear it coming down. So I haven't put this one in since last year. It's going to slide each end like this, all the way in. Setting everything up. I told the oldest that the tent is on and hot, so he might come out here and see. He likes to come out and just hang out. It's probably warmer in here than it is in the house, because we don't turn the heat on that much, because it costs money, I guess. And so when you pull it over the end, it's pretty tight. There's a little handle right here, if I can get it. And then you pull like that, and now we'll do the other side. We've actually used this tent before near the Smoky Mountains in the rain. Rain-wise, it worked really, really well. And the benefit of the fire inside is that the heat that it creates is a really dry heat. So even with the rain, it kind of dried it all off, everything that was wet. You could easily hang stuff at the top of the tent. I can already feel it starting to warm up in here. This is the hard part. And you put it in, and it's a lot of stretching. And you can pull it until it snaps, just like that. And we've got 4 of them. After I get this set up, I'm gonna go outside and cut up some more wood, get everything nice and neat to last us a whole evening. As you can see, some of these chunks were not very big. And then that's what I can throw in there. It's burning. When you open it, you'll get some smoke that comes out. But that's all right. It does pretty good. If you get a nice updraft, you're not gonna have too much smoke coming out. But you can hear it. So we've got that set up. And then my cot will go right here. So there, my sleeping bag will go right here. Mine goes to about 15 degrees. The kids go about the same, I think. And there we are, pretty much set up. We are about 37 degrees in here right now. So we've got one cot and a sleeping bag, second cot and a sleeping bag, a third cot and a sleeping bag, and we could easily slide it over. And then my wife will fit her cot in here, and we can easily fit all four of us, plus all the wood that we need, plus a chair, plus a camera, and you've got a lot of room. I'm feeling it start to warm up. This still says 37 inside, 28 outside. If I bring it up here, I might get a different temperature over by me, but we'll put it right here for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this burn for a little bit. I'm gonna go outside, cut up some more wood, bring it in here so that it all fits, and we will be all set for tonight. We will see you in a little bit. Let's cut up some wood and we will be back this evening. We're gonna come out and light the fire. So we did get a decent amount of ice. There's just a little bit of snow. It's still sleeting a little bit, but as you can see, there's a lot of ice on here. So we're gonna go inside and we're gonna get this fire started before the kids come out. Let's open it up, see what we have on the inside. Should all still be in here. You can hear it still coming down outside. Let's set up our fire. You hear it? It's sleeting. So, not much snow. Definitely sleet. It's made the inside of this tent a little bit smaller. Just to push it out. But it's made a seal around the bottom. But there's two vents. Let's get this fire started. Just listen to that sleet come down as we get this fire going again. We are currently 29 degrees outside, 34 degrees inside, so we're gonna warm this up quite a bit. So as you can see, there's the glow it's creating. As the fire gets bigger and warms this tent up, the glow will be even more. And this pipe will start to glow too. We've got a fire. It's really hot. You can see the red for there. We're gonna put the fan on it. We'll turn this light on.
On it?
Yep, put the fan on it. Careful, that pipe is very, very hot. I will do it. I'll put it towards you guys. There you go. That'll blow some hot air that way. What do you guys think? Is it warm in here?
Yes. Amazing. Warmer than our house. That's not true.
How warm is it?
70.
You take your shoes off.
Yeah.
You bring in a battery. Got the camping battery. It's a sweet battery. Oh, there goes the fan. Didn't take long. Fan is starting.
Wait, how'd the fan start?
So the heat on the bottom and the cold air on the top makes it spin, and it'll blow the hot air towards you. Do you want to close that zipper over there in case it starts to rain on us?
I just need one more thing.
Alright, that's the benefit of being close, is you can go inside. Look at that fan, it's moving. We got a lot of fire. We got some red right here, it's so hot. The coal smokestack is so hot. We'll close our tent. And we are all set for the night. We are currently 67 degrees inside, 45-degree humidity, 99 humidity outside, and 29 degrees outside. So it has warmed up in here.
Yeah.
It's hot. Which is why it's called a
hot tent.
Hot tent. And we have two.
Can we make it less hot?
Yep.
Ooh.
We'll start that now. We can put this in. This will start. We were at full blast.
I need some air.
Warm over there? Yeah.
It's cold over there.
I opened your door right there. You'll get some cold air right by your face. So I left this a little bit open. Get a little bit of cool breeze that comes through. Right now it's just really hot because this fire is really going.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen it that fast before.
Yeah, it's moving.
Like that. Like that.
And it's blowing hot air over to you.
Like.
So you can see blowing the ashes. How far it blows. So we've got a fire. We've got heat.
I do.
Warmer than it is inside.
Ow.
And take that all the way up. Put it all the way behind you. We're all away from the fire.
What's that?
That's the ice and snow coming down. Alright, do you guys like the hot tent?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. What's your favorite part?
That you're not freezing to death in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's deceptive because it's very warm. So you go outside and all of a sudden you're cold. Well, we made it. And now it's the morning. How was the sleep?
Good.
Nice and warm. Got cold a few times. We had to stop and put in some wood. We went through a little bit of our wood last night. It got cold maybe once or twice and we had to refill the fire. But now we're all set. So now we have the long trip back inside. So now we'll clean up our stuff and maybe we'll camp again tonight. Who knows? We'll keep this set up for a while. We just kind of use it as a place to hang out. Here's the inside. There's the fire coming up to the chimney. Can't really see, it's not making much smoke, so it's burning pretty clean. Well, you can hear the ice. We did not get a lot of snow, actually. We mostly got maybe an inch of snow and then some ice on top of it. But there's the tent. Everything is set up. Performed well. There was not a lot of cold air that came in because we have kind of a ice and snow filter around the bottom. So we did open the little door right here so that we would get some air into the tent. And it has two vents right here. And then everything's set up. So thank you for watching.